My name is Simon, and I currently work as someone that helps recruit people into education, but I also have different types of jobs as well. I work as a therapist, and I also help find properties for investors at the same time. So I was born in Belgium, but my father's from Angola and my mother's from Congo. And one of my main dreams, currently speaking, is to hopefully go back and build a mentoring business. So I initially speaking, the main goal is to actually have a holdings company, but the holdings company is meant to have different sectors. So initially speaking, it comes back to my dream of actually helping out the young kids. I guess the young generation have a lot of potential, but sometimes, unfortunately speaking, they don't really have mentoring for them to guide them, and hence because of that, when it comes to positions of investing or whatnot, they're not really taught. And sometimes in this world, it's unfortunate because they're looking for mentors to show them, but the mentors themselves keep time for themselves. So one thing that I thought was important was, what is the point of keeping 50 years worth of experience for yourself and not willing to give it to the ones that come below you? Because at the same time, it's the elders that also preach that the new generation are the ones that are going to live after us today, but at the same time they're in a conflict with themselves by not willing to share what they've learned. So because of that, I live in Hertfordshire, and the same thing in Hertfordshire I see now is, based on communities and what I see, there are a lot of communities that work together. So in this, what I've built up, I've got a very psychological mind. I'm strategic, so I focus on things such as community. And what community does is they work in unison. They never really focus on competition, because what competition does, it destroys one and each other, when at the same time that all you have to do is work together. So from this point of view is, that you're not meant to have somebody in your eyes, because you're meant to be working relative to yourself, which is the main important thing. So the only person that you can be better than is yourself. So you never cease to be the best you can be as a development. Never ever try to be better than someone else, because there will always be someone that's better than you. But all you need to do is just carry on learning, so that at the same time you may see them as a mentor and a teacher, but that if you've gone through one step, you can get to the next step and carry on preaching what you need to do. So I believe also that a team is important, because there are times when you are alone, but sometimes when you are alone, the problem is there's nobody there to guide you, and sometimes you waste a lot of time trying to guide yourself. Yes, they tell me the only mentor is yourself, but if you have somebody that's been through life before you, who's willing to teach you, that's when you save a lot of time. So from the main important thing, in comparison to how a mother or a father may teach their child, they would want to ensure that the child doesn't fall through the same potholes as they once did before, or else your job in this case is invalid. As what I want to promote here, of course people are going to go through mistakes, but what is the point going through the same mistakes when you as a person can limit somebody's mistakes, from going through the condition as Groundhog Day, going through the same thing all over again. So that's one of the main things that I want to do. So the main goal goes back into mentoring, and mentoring hopefully can become global, even to a point of scale of Africa, where sometimes the mindset is that they don't believe that they can achieve certain things, but it all starts with the mind. Once they're taught, then once you conceive something, you can believe that it becomes true. So one thing initially, because of mentoring, one thing that hit my mind is that I actually want to hopefully build scholarships for people in institutions back in Africa, and get them scholarships and partnerships with universities in the US, or the universities in the European countries at the same time. So it makes it easy for them, at the same time they get themselves qualified in Europe and they get themselves qualified in USA. So instead of being nationally seen, they're internationally seen. So that's why I want to do. That's one of my main dreams. Je m'appelle Simon en français, en anglais c'est Simon. Je suis né en Belgique, mon père est angolais, ma mère est congolaise aussi. Donc mon rêve quand même c'est pour ouvrir une business qui est vraiment globale. Tu peux quand même amener toutes les choses comme tu vois, les professeurs, les mentoring, c'est quoi que j'ai envie d'amener ici. Normalement, qu'est-ce que j'avais vu, c'était qu'il y avait personne pour aider des petits qui étaient ici en Angleterre ou même si en Belgique, tu vois, même si en Afrique, et il y avait personne. Donc, et ça fait pas du sens quand tu me dis toujours que c'est nous que tu vas voir sur la télévision, mais tu n'as pas envie de nous aider. Donc, ça a amené des problèmes. Donc, dans mon communauté où j'habite aujourd'hui maintenant, c'est une bien communauté, mais quand même, il y a sûrement une communauté que tu vois qui aide nous aussi. Après, tu vas voir d'autres communautés qui n'ont pas envie de nous aider aussi. Donc, ça amène des problèmes. Donc, j'ai envie on est tous ensemble, qu'on marche toujours ensemble aussi. Donc, c'est vraiment important que tu as une équipe parce que c'est une équipe qui va t'aider quand tu tombes. Donc, c'est tout, je veux te dire merci. Thank you.